the words sheet and seat. Let's talk about how to pronounce those words today on the Social English Podcast for Japanese Learners. Hikari, kick off the start of the show.
皆さんこんにちは。毎日少しずつ社交に使える英語の上達を目指すソーシャルイングリッシュポッドキャストへようこそ。今日はぜひもっと自信を持って英会話してみましょう。Are you ready, Percy? Let's go!
Hey everyone! Hey, how are you doing? Welcome to the Social English Podcast. Thank you, Hikari, for that awesome and amazing intro as usual. I am Percy, your host for the Social English Podcast. If you are new, welcome. Thank you for joining me today on the Social English Podcast. Hopefully, you will find everything you hear today useful to help you get better at social English every single day. For those of you, if you are a subscriber or returning listener, thank you so much for being a part of the show. I really appreciate it, and please continue to listen to the show. We are just growing and we have so much more to share with you. Now, today's episode, please listen very carefully. Please use headphones if you can. Today, we will be focusing on pronunciation, pronouncing words, how to pronounce English properly. And in today's episode, we are going to cover the Shi sound that Japanese learners of English use when they try to pronounce English words. Okay, that's pretty much the premise for today's episode. If you don't understand everything I am saying, please go to our website, realsocialenglish.com, where you will find a Japanese version of what I am saying in the show notes to help you understand. Okay, now, before we get into today's show, what I want you to do is sit back, relax, think about me and you at a cafe. And we are having our favorite cup of coffee. Me, probably a mochaccino. You, possibly a cappuccino. We're also having a snack. And I am your friend, Percy from America. And you have invited me. Hey, Percy, let's hang out to your favorite cafe because you want to ask me some questions about English and social English. So that is what we are going to talk about today in the episode. Okay? So let's please get into it. In social English, we always tend to forget that as a Japanese learner of English, it is difficult for you to learn English, especially American English, because it is difficult making the sounds. You will have problems sometimes pronouncing words. Some common mispronounced sounds are the Shi and to sounds when used in English. Many Japanese learners of English start with katakana to pronounce English words. They write katakana to sound out the English word. As a beginner, that's okay. Okay? So as a beginner, that's okay. But I want you to think about the future and getting out of the translation method, because you are doing the translation method. So let's look at a commonly mispronounced word in English from Japanese learners. Okay, the word is seat. Seat. Seat refers to take a seat, please have a seat, or a bicycle seat, a surface that you sit on. Many Japanese learners of English use the katakana sound Shi to pronounce the word seat. This is what they sound like. Sheet. 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 If you are having problems, if it is hard for you to pronounce seat, then please listen. We will practice right now how to pronounce the word by using the sound C. Please listen carefully. C. 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 Okay, this time, please repeat in your mind or repeat in a low volume, but please practice with me. C. 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 Okay, next, we will use this C sound in the pronunciation of the word seat. Please listen carefully. C. Seat. C. Seat. C. Seat. Okay. Let's use this new sound in the word seat in a sentence. First, I will say the sentence at slow speed. Welcome to my home. Please have a seat. Welcome to my home. Please have a seat. Okay. Next, please practice with me. Same slow speed. Welcome to my home. Please have a seat. Welcome to my home. Please have a seat. Okay, lastly, I will do this at fast English speed, which is normal English speed used in American English. Please listen. Hi, welcome to my home. Please have a seat. Welcome to my home. Please have a seat. Welcome to my home. Please have a seat. Okay. So, what we want to practice, please practice using the C sound. C. Think about C as in ABC. C. That's the sound you want to practice. Please practice C. C for seat. And that way you can remember the proper way to make the C sound to pronounce the word see and not use she. Okay, now that's going to do it for today's episode of the Social English Podcast for Japanese learners. Thank you for spending time with me today. I really appreciate all the time that you spent with us. And I know that you've learned something very valuable from today's lesson on pronunciation. Come visit us at realsocialenglish.com, where you can get my free download, The 7 Mistakes Most Japanese Learners of English Make and How to Fix Them. You will also find more resources to help you get better at English every day. Subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and now Pandora. Become a patron. Help the show by donating $3 to $5 US to help out the show. We will show you our gratitude and thank you by thanking you on a future episode of the show. You will also get new content only available at Patreon. Join us there at Patreon. That's patreon.com/social English. Share our podcast on your social media with your friends and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'll see you next time. Once again, thank you for joining me today. It was great time. It was a great time and I really enjoyed it. So, Hikari, please give us our outro.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイト realsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.